Hey, what is up YouTube? I'm back again with another video. Sorry it's been a while, but I'm filming this on October 4th, Monday morning. So I have like 3 more weeks before I switch to day shift, and that's gonna be the best thing ever. I can finally get caught up on videos. I can finally get caught up on new stuff to sell. And I can finally go out to my shed instead of going out at 4 in the morning and it looks like I'm like making drugs or something in my shed to my neighbors. So here is an exciting video that I really wanted to make. I've been meaning to make it for almost 3 weeks now, but here I am, finally getting around to doing it. So without further ado, let's check it out. So these are reproduction M1967 Marine Corps suspenders with the baby Davis buckles, one on each side, the snaps on the back straps, the hooks, the thicker piece of webbing with the slots for the e-tool cut carrier and the US stamp. So these are reproduction, they're not original. A gentleman in the Vietnam community named Reed has made very fantastic reproductions of hard to find items such as the experimental ammo vests, the vests that have slots for magazines, and then on the back of the vest is attached canteen covers. He's made the nylon version of the ammo vest where the whole front of the vest is pockets for 20 round M16 mags with the plastic snaps, and he's made these and some other items. Within the past year, reproduction, private individuals manufacturing reproduction Vietnam gear has become more, not necessary, well, yeah, I'd say more common. There's also people reproducing lightweight rucksack bags and frames. Before there were Alice conversions around, but there were never really any frames around. So now a gentleman's doing that, which is very awesome. I'd like to get my hands on one of his to do a review of. But for right now, I'll just be talking about these. So probably about 2 weeks before he posted these, I had actually just purchased 3 M67. Well, some people debate whether or not these are M67 or just Navy issue M14 nylon M14 ammo pouches. So these fit 2 20-round M14 magazines. They did not have grenade carriers on the sides, and they did not have the suspender strap. I managed to get my hands on 3 of them. I have that one there, this extra one. There's all my other M67 gear laid out. Got the USMC combat pack, the 30-round ammo pouches, and the Army sleeping bag carrier. So I had just bought all of that, or just the ammo pouches, and I was trying to figure out how I would ever get the USMC suspenders. They might come up for sale once every 2 or 3 years, and usually when they do, they'll sell for over $1,000 at auction. of course, there's always that one or two people that get lucky and find them for 5 cents at a garage sale or at an antique store or whatever. But those are pretty big exceptions. But I got lucky, and I saw that he had posted these, which is perfect because I really don't know any other way I'd get my hands on a set. Now, at first glance, they may look like the Army version. Well, I have the Army version, and let's do a side-by-side comparison. The Army version has a zigzag style seam. These ones have the 2 horizontal parallel stitch. These ones have a D-ring, the Army ones. The USMC ones do not have a D-ring. This D-ring on the Army ones was for the straps on the 20 round and 30 round ammo pouches. So I guess that suggests that these USMC suspenders were designed to be intended to be used with the nylon M14 ammo pouches. The Army ones have a piece of webbing, one on each side, that you could hang equipment from, compass, first aid pouch, or anything like that. On the Marine Corps ones, you do not find that. The original ones did not have that. On the back, you have your standard US stamp, the same webbing that the rest of the strap is made out of, and then the buckles on the back for either the sleeping bag or the butt pack. Although, as far as I can tell, I don't think an M1967 butt pack was ever officially adopted by the Army. As far as I know, they just had experimental types, but the only nylon butt pack, only nylon M1967 butt pack, that one right there, was only ever designated for USMC, not the Army. So I guess these would be more for your sleeping bag carrier. These ones have the quick release. I already went over that. The original ones did have this parallel stitch, unlike the Army ones with the zigzag. Of course, on the back, you have your buckles for the combat pack. That's that thing right there. Would clip to the back of this, and then the combat pack has snaps on the back of it that would snap to this and help keep it secured. It also does have the 2 loops. From what I was told, the original ones were spaced too close together to be able to use that style of e-tool carrier, and that they only fit the Army experimental M67 carrier, e-tool carrier. The one that it looked like that, except it had the bayonet attachment to it. I don't know how true that is. If I ever get an original pair of these suspenders and an original experimental M67 e-tool carrier, I'll let you guys know, but those are 2 really, really rare things that are going to have to happen that I don't foresee. But it looks like this spacing will fit that carrier. And then it's obviously thicker webbing than that one. The back buckles are adjusted using these. These appear to be the same buckles that are on the Mitchell camo cargo straps. Whereas the Army ones had this style. Also, this one had the stamp on the outside versus on the inside of the suspender strap. The only thing that I could find that's really technically wrong with them, and this is huge nitpicky, but it's the only thing that I could point out, is obviously a lot of this is original material. Like these straps here are the original 60s straps. You could tell just by the feel of them and how they're like a brownish orange. I don't know about the nylon or these pieces, but these buckles for the pistol belt have the FB on them right there, when the original ones should have the anchor. They would have been brass. These are the later on the steel ones, but they look literally exactly the same. Like I said, it's super nitpicky. I'm just pointing it out just in case if anybody asks. It doesn't bother me at all. The only way that you would get the brass ones would be to basically sacrifice original Army suspenders, which that is just not a good idea at all. The 1-inch buckles were the original aluminum ones, the same ones found on the butt pack like that, or the tropical rucksack like those. But these ones are the more common of the two, and they're stamped FB too, which they would be the anchor ones, but that's it. Everything else, the quality of the stitch is amazing and perfect. There's really nothing wrong with them. I was just pointing out that in case if anybody asks. But yeah, these things are amazing. He's currently selling, I think he has 6 or 7 sets of suspenders available for $160 each. Now that may seem like a lot, but when you take into account that that original ones only pop up once every 2 or 3 years, they usually sell for over $1,000. That's really not that bad at all. I would only recommend these if you are a collector of M67 gear like me. I'm obviously trying to build a complete set. M67 gear was never issued in complete sets. But like I said, I'm not a reenactor, I'm a collector, so I want a complete set. I really don't know if these ever actually even made it to Southeast Asia. I think for a lot of the M67 gear, by the time it got done with production, America had already started its withdrawal from Vietnam, so a lot of it didn't really see much action over there. But these are very, very cool. If you've always wanted to own a set, I would highly recommend you get on Facebook and contact him before he sells out. I talked with him a little bit about the production of these, and he said really he had been starting this right around 2010, 2011, so going on 12 years now. And obviously the hardest part about it was fabricating the baby quick release Davis buckles. For many, many years I always wondered why nobody just modified the Army version, but I pointed out all the things that are different with it, and at the end of it, I mean, really the only thing that you could use from it, I guess, is kind of the base. These straps would have to be replaced, that would have to be taken off, that would have to be taken off, these would have to be taken off, and you'd still have to find a way to manufacture this, as well as these buckles, since they don't even use the normal style like that one does. So it's something that I would think by the time you modified everything that would need to be modified, it probably is best to just completely start from scratch like what he did. These are really great. Like I said, I'm super happy with them. Eventually I will do a complete set video, but this is just my review of the suspenders. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something new. If you guys have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, have a nice day.